guys, Miss P here, back with another video. This is definitely giving me Barbie's dream house vibes right here. Okay, pink background, pink everything, green top because I didn't want to blend in completely with my background. But if you want to know how I got this look right here, then just keep on watching. So what I'm doing right here is just applying my eyeshadow base. I'm using a flat concealer brush to kind of pack that on. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffier brush and just go around those edges and kind of blur them out. Make sure everything's even, that there's no creasing, and just tapping that everywhere. Yep, y'all see that right there. Make sure you go and do that. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss when I post. Next, I'm going to go in with a purple shade from the Morphe James Charles palette. And this is just a e.l.f. brush, nothing really too fancy. And I'm just packing that on into the crease in a more of a kind of a half moon shape. This is just the start to building up that crease with that purple color to my liking. And I'm just going to continue to do that, tapping, applying more shadow as needed, just so I get the intensity that I want. Next, I'm going to go in with the lighter purple shade from the palette. And I'm just going to apply that right on top of that dark purple shade using the same kind of brush, it's just a new clean one. And I'm going to follow that motion that I did at first, that half moon shape. Now I'm taking a fluffier brush and I'm starting to blend out where that dark purple and that lighter purple meet. It looks a little pink on camera, but I'm just going on with that brush there and just really focusing on where those two colors meet to kind of blend the edges out and get a better perfect blend. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy blending brush and just diffusing those edges around the pink shade as well. Next, I'm using a flat concealer brush, and y'all, this might sound a little crazy, but I'm putting a little bit of Vaseline on my eyelid and I'm kind of partially cutting my crease. I just want to make sure I have the cleanest base possible that I can for when I lay down the cut crease color. That way it doesn't blend in and give it like any weird shade. And then I just use a Q-tip to kind of clean that up, going around everywhere that I have the Vaseline applied. Next, I'm just going to clean that up with a makeup wipe just to make sure that I get any residue that's left completely off. And then I do let this dry down for a couple seconds just to make sure that my lid's completely dry. Next, I'm going to go in with my cut crease color. I'm using one of the P. Louise bases. I'll make sure to put all the products in the description box below. Using my 242S brush by MAC, just tapping along the edge of my crease to make sure I get the sharpest line possible, and just carving it out and making sure that I get everything crisp and clean. Next, I'm going in with a pink shade and I'm just tapping that all over the lid where I applied that base. This is just going to help give the glitter something more to stick to and give a darker base than what I actually have. I'm just using a flat shader brush here to apply that. Next, I'm using this really small brush by Morphe. This is what I use for my glitter. It's the only brush that I personally use. I just like how small it is and how I can get in all the crevices and details. But I'm just applying the NYX glitter glue all over the lid where I cut that crease. And then I'm going to go in with the glitter. This is just some craft glitter I think I got from maybe Michael's, not really sure. And I go in with the spoolie and I just cut out all of the glitter that falls onto my lashes. And then I'm going to go in with a little coat of mascara just to blend my lashes better in with the falsies. I already prepped my face with my primer. I used the e.l.f. poreless primer. I'm going to go in with a little bit of color correction. This is the LA Girl concealer in orange. And I'm just going to apply that to any areas that I want to correct. And then I'm just going to go in with a Real Techniques blending sponge and just blend all of that out. For foundation, I'm using the Beauty Bakerie foundation, and I'm just going to tap this all over my face. And I'm going to blend that out with a Real Techniques blending brush. This definitely dries down really, really fast. So I wouldn't recommend using a sponge with this. It just dries really super fast. I think you'd get better application out of it with using a flat top kabuki brush. Sponges work, I just think it would work better. I had to go in and apply a little bit more to get the coverage that I wanted. For concealer, I'm using the Too Faced concealer, and I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my chin and also on my forehead. Then I'm going to go in with that same Real Techniques brush and I'm just going to blend all of that out. After everything is blended, I'm going to apply a powder on all the areas that I highlighted. I also like to put a little bit of powder right underneath where I would contour. I don't put any concealer here. I just think it makes it too harsh of a line, a demarcation between the light and the dark in my personal opinion. So I just use powder there to kind of lighten that area up. Next, I'm going to go in with a little bit of my contour on this fluffy bronzer brush here, and then I'm going to sweep everything away with this brush here just to get all the excess powder off. I like to set underneath my under eye a little bit more just because I tend to get really oily underneath my under eye. That's where a lot of my shine comes from. So I just use an extra powder, just a little bit of the eye brightening powder by Laure Mercier, and then I set my whole face with the Beauty Bakerie powder, and I think it's the shade Almond. Next, I'm going to go in with some highlight. This is one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose highlighters. I'll put the actual shade down in the description box. And I just put this on my cheekbones, a little bit on my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my nose. And then I just back in with that Real Techniques sponge and I just blend all of that out to get rid of the harshness. Now I'm going to finish up my waterline. I'm just going in with the same colors that I used on my eye, on the underneath of my eye. So I'm going in with that pink and that purple. Pink on the outside corner of my eye, and then I'm going to go in with that darker purple towards the inside of the eye. I also decided that I wanted a little bit of pop on the inner corner, and I'm just going to apply some mascara to my lower lash line. For lips, all the lip products are from NYX. I used one of their liners, one of their nude, I think they're like the nude lipsticks, the nude liquid lipsticks, and then I applied it with one of their butter glosses. Like I said, I'll put all the actual colors in the description. That's it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. But I'll see you in my next video. Bye.